All right, let's get things started. Um, see if is Marlo in here? Marlo? Got to discuss with Marlo real quick. I see Erica informed Marlo to jump in. Congrats, Erica, by the way, for passing your prop firm this week. Um, we're about to get started here pretty soon. Chat area. It's asking for a passcode on Discord. Let me just check the passcode right now. If they click the link, it shouldn't be asking for a passcode. It's just if they're trying to manually do it, then it's going to ask them. I just added in the announcements area just in case. 020. That was one of the scam telegrams. That's funny. Yeah, there's a bunch of scamming going on. But I haven't really heard about it for EAs. But yeah, usually people will say something like send them crypto and then they're gonna invest it for you and all that stuff. Yeah, and just so you guys know, on social media there might be like Instagrams that will reach out to you. If you follow me, they'll most likely follow you pretending to be me, and then they'll ask you for crypto and all that. So just be cautious on that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So in the chat area, if you guys can put any Q&As that you have about the auto trader. I got a couple announcements going on for this live. By the way, don't mind me, I'm wearing my hat right now. It's mainly because I didn't get a haircut, so I'm gonna get one probably for sure on Saturday before I leave to Dubai. But yeah, it looks pretty crazy right now. Let's see. So we'll start it off as a Q&A, and then we're going to get into the training. So what you see right here being shared on my screen is an account that's running with the software, and I'm going to share with you all settings that I've been using to pass prop firm accounts. I've been using it to pass multiple people's accounts, so pay attention. A couple people inside of the group know which settings I'm using. Erica, for sure, you pass. So let me see. me see if I recognize other names in here. Alexander, Alexis Chodo. Okay, I know Alexis Chodo. D, definitely know D. Dason, Edric, Erica, Gina, Hanno. We got a couple iPhones in here. Didn't change your name on there, so I don't know who it is. I know Isaac Cardi. Isaac Cardi passed his 50K account. Jermaine, Jose, Jay-Z, Kumar. Kumar sounds familiar. There's lots of Kumars in the world. Me Patel, I know who you are. Melinda. I think I'm actually working with you, Melinda. No, it's Manicia. Never mind. Rodney, Slide, Tay, Telvin, Tyson, Yason, I know you. Tyson, I believe I know you. Tony, I know you. Tony Funds, I know you. I always get confused between both these Tonys. Tony Quantania and then Tony Funds. Both of you confuse me a bit. You said it's not sharing my screen. It's not sharing my screen. Oh, never mind. Okay. All right. So if you have any Q&A, just questions, put it inside of the chat area, and then I'm going to answer it. And I guess for now, let's go into the settings that I'm using for PropFirm accounts. So most of you know that I've been using, if you're inside of the chat area, if you click on load and you click on it is not on this one here. This one's a 12, the version 12 here. So it's actually version 12.1, but I loaded it manually into here. So basically, yeah, there will be recording of this. It's also on YouTube as well, so you can check it out there. So as far as like the settings go, there's a couple main things. So if you go inside of the version 12.1, there's going to be a new folder that's called extras. It's not on this one right here, but it's called extras, and then it's called Auto Market Masters Gold set file. And so that set file is meant for a 100K account, and you can adjust it based off of what type of account you have. So for example, this account that I have here it's a 300K account. So what I did was the fixed lot for the 100K is 0.10. I just did it 3 times, since 300,000 is 3 times more than 100,000. So I did it at 0.30, and then the fixed lot, and then max lot, I changed it to 3.0. When originally it's 1.0. So I just multiplied it by 3. And that's pretty much the only thing that you need to change. One is normally at 357, which 357 works pretty good. I've been keeping it around 257, or if you want lower risk, you can keep it at 157. But yeah, that's pretty much the set file here. You could take screenshots or whatever. Now, as far as this open one order by candle, you can keep this to true, you can keep it to false. I usually keep it at false, unless there's low volatility, then I'll keep this at true. And so let's look at other files. As far as like everything else, it should be inside of that preset once you load it in. I'll keep the equity stop at 4%. You can keep it at 3.5, 4%, whatever you want. And just make sure that equity stop is set to true, and then close all orders set to true. Remove EA is set to true, just to make sure that everything gets removed. Now, let's see if there's Q&A. Anyone get payment from PropFirm after using the EAs? So there has been some people that have received payments from the PropFirms. I'm not sure if they're in here. But yeah, PropFirms, it depends on which one you go with. So one thing about PropFirms that I've been hearing, and I haven't experienced this because I usually do my research before joining any of the prop firms. But there's some out there where you'll get funded and then you get profit. From that profit, they don't pay you out. I've heard of a couple like stories from that, but they're usually like those little like unknown prop firms out there. There we go. Marlo just joined in. Hey Marlo, did you pass your account? I know you said something about like your account was at 7 point something. Marlo's in here. So Jose, so make sure to send the message to everyone. When you type out the message, make sure it's to everyone and not just to me, because no one else can see your question. But so Jose said, can we use this on a $200 account? So it is possible, definitely on a $200 account. Actually, today, someone used it on a way smaller account that I didn't think was even possible. He used $5 and a bit of credit. I'm not sure exactly what that means, $5 and a bit of credit, but now his balance is 46. I posted it on my story, so you guys can check that out. But yeah, that I've never seen anything like that with like a $5 account. But usually you would need like a decent amount of capital, which is why I suggest using prop firm. I would say the very lowest right now is like around 500 to 1,000. So it just all depends. Does Next Step Funded pay out? I'm not too sure. You would have to check up on them. What's up, Isaac Cardi? Okay, Marlo. So Marlo, congrats everyone. Round of applause for Marlo for passing the prop firm. What account size was that, Marlo? Let us know which prop firm. Which prop firm did you pass it with, and then what account size? MFF 20K. Okay, 20K is not too bad. It's a decent amount for sure. So let me just add something on the chart. So I'm not so my Forex fund is a prop firm that I suggest as one of them, one of the top ones, my Forex funds or FTMO.com. Both of these are reputable prop firms. There's a couple out there that you can check out, but as far as FTMO, I would say they're like one of the top ones. The only thing with FTMO is it's pretty difficult to pass this one, just because it's at the 10% range that you have to hit for the profit target. So 10% compared to my Forex funds, if you go under their evaluation, it's going to be 8% for the first phase, and then second phase is going to be 5%. So FTMO is 10% and 5%. So slightly easier with my Forex funds. That's why that's one of the ones that I suggest. And as far as pricing, it's pretty decent too. So it looks like Marlo, you got signed up with a 20K, which they will refund you the 139, because you passed it, and they refund it to you with your first payout. So you want to make sure to wait on that. The first payout should be in the first month, and then after that, it's bi-weekly. And it should be about like a 25% profit split starting off, and then it will decrease that profit split if you show like consistency. But so if you have a $20,000 account, I'm pretty sure you probably did the math here, and if you're averaging around 5% monthly, 20,000 times 0.05. So with this account, you should be making around 1,000 monthly after payouts, so around like 750 or so. So just to give you all a game plan, or it could be specifically Marlo and anyone else listening to this. So after you receive your payout, I definitely don't suggest keeping it in there and trying to compound. Withdraw whatever you can. And so for this type of payout, it'd be around 750 or so. With that 750, I would suggest going for either the 500K or the 100K. And basically you just start stacking up from there. Because that first payout would not be enough for this 200K. But trying to use a payout to reinvest some of it back into getting a bigger account and then just stacking it up from there. So if you know how to pass a 20K account, basically you just double the lot size for that, and then you would do for the 50K, and then 50K settings, you just double the lot size for that. For the 100K double to 200. But most of the settings that you see inside of the presets, you'll see that I have 100K settings, and that's because you can do the math from there. So if it's 0.10 and you want to run like a 10K account, you just divide that by 10. Now you'll be able to use a 0.01 on a 10K account and just run it from there. There was another point that I brought up inside of the group chat, if you guys saw. It was with, if you're able to pass the prop firm account for a 100K account, then technically that means this number right here is technically what you can run if you can pass a 100K account. Okay, so for Marlo, I'm gonna be picking on you a little bit today, but so 20K, technically on a live account, you could be running this on a $2,400 account. With that 20K setting, the only thing that you would change is going to be the max drawdown. So you would be able to allow more than 5% drawdown just because it's a live account. So yeah, actually right now, I am like a couple dollars away from passing this someone's 10K account for FTMO. Where is it? So it should be somewhere around here. Let me just make sure this is closed. Okay, so it's this one right here. So 10,952. So it needs about $48 on this one. And it's going to hit the 10%. So for this account, basically this one can be ran on a 1K account, this exact setting. I don't know, sometimes some of you might miss the messages that come in, but right when you load in the preset file, one thing that I added with the EA is the settings that automatically get added in is going to be settings that could be used on that 1K account or a 10K prop firm account. So let me just show an example. I'm going to load in the 12.1 version. So it has to be on the 12.1 version. The settings that are automatically in there is going to be 0.01 fixed lot and then 0.10 max lot. So this is the exact lot sizes that I'm using on that 10K account. And you can use it on the 1K live. All right, so by the way, we're not going to be making this meeting long. It's going to be to about 7:30, so about 10 minutes from now. Maybe extended just a bit longer. So what's the average time that you can pass the challenges? So right now, the average is around 4 to 6 weeks for phase 1 and phase 2. Marla said you can also merge past accounts. I'm going to just keep doing 20K challenges until I reach the max merge. That's a good way to do it as well. And also they do an increase. They do an increase on your account if you hit like a certain percentage gain. I use the Daniel setting. Okay, Daniel setting. So I know that the Daniel setting, let's see if Daniel's in here. There's too many names, never mind. But so Daniel, he shared one of his settings. And if you have like a setting that you customize and you want to share, just let us know. I'll be back testing that setting just to make sure before I like release it to everyone that it's a good setting. So it'll be preloaded inside of the presets. But so there's actually one that I'm testing right now. It's for a 1K account. So you can see on this one, it's up 32%. It's on day 6 of September, and it's been only running for 6 days, I believe. I think I started this one on the 1st. Yeah, so September 1st to the 30th. So it's on day 6 and it's up 32%. So this one I would say is a pretty decent one that once I have it, I'll release it. There's a lot of tests going on. So I'm doing tests. I have about 4 other people that are doing tests as well with me, where we're doing back testing and like putting together the best settings. So that's how we're able to get all those presets to you guys. So this one right here is running on the 1 minute. But I actually found with this setting right here that we can run it on the M4 with lower risk, lower profit, but at the same time, it's going to be lower risk. So this one's going to be for 1K live account. Yeah, so let's check out the questions. Merge up to 600K. So we doing only gold on prop challenges. You can use gold. Gold is pretty good. There's also some other consolidating pairs. Odd NZD, Euro GBP are one of my favorite for currency pairs. There's another one too. So I'll share with you all today another one here. Let me just stop the screen sharing real fast. Stop share. Gotta open up my other file. And it is right here. Okay, sharing my screen. Okay, so this one right here is going to be for it's a game plan that I've been posting where it's around $200 daily. $200 daily that you can be making, and I'm running this on Euro USD, NZD USD, GBP USD, and USD CAD. Basically, with these, the way that I'm doing it is it's on the 5-minute time frame, and you can open up different charts for each of these, so you can load in the EA on each of these currency pairs in the 5-minute. And so, as far as the setting goes, it's going to be that setting that I uploaded for currency pairs, the 10x10 file. So there's one 5x5, where it's 5 take profit and then 5 the pip step. So this one is set for 1010, and just real quick, I'm gonna go here and show you all. So by 1010, it's referring to this right here, step size and pips, and then take profit and pips. So usually these two numbers will always stay the same. If you notice for gold, it's 100, 100, or depending on like which one you have. So this one's at 1010, 1.3 is what I have it set. And as far as the lot size, it's 0.01 and then 0.05 max lot. So this one's the one that I'm doing like a average one, I would say average 150 per day. Some days it's like 100. Some days it's 200. Let me see, all history. So this one profit, it made 3,090 profit. Deposit shows 5,692. Withdrawal 3,662. So this one started, it didn't start at 5,000. It started at around 2,500. And then I'm trying to test things out at like a 5K. At 2,500, there's a bit higher risk. That's how we have like this, this monthly drawdown. showing up here that's much bigger. That's because that's at 2,500. But if you have 5K, I would say that's like it gives the market some room to breathe. So you can be running all of these. I would say the less riskier ones are going to be Euro USD, NZD USD, and then USD CAD. GBP USD has been pretty risky lately. And it's mainly because of the GBP, these like bigger drops over here. Let's see. It was actually during this rise and then this rise where it was like taking some drawdown, but it hit its profit, no problem. Yeah, let's check the chat area now. So will these files be released? They're already released. It's just about like how you use it. So let's see, Asian session. And there, so I'm thinking about doing like some sort of having things a little bit more more out there, more easier to be able to use a like a setting, let's say for passing phase 1 in the prop firms, and then a setting to pass phase 2. So on phase 2, you usually want to use lower risk because your target's only 5%. 5% is pretty easy to hit. The 8% or the 10%, those are the ones that are a little bit harder, which you might use higher risk for. But the second phase, just take it easy. Asian session and London session is what I use it on. And then shout out to Erica. So we've been discussing back and forth like as far as different settings and things like that. And so she mentioned that the 2 o'clock and the 14 o'clock market time inside of the EA. So if you go down into here, so 2 o'clock, which would be like this, or not 5 o'clock. 2 o'clock and 14 o'clock market time is good. The only thing that I noticed with this is sometimes you might have some trades open, but most of the times like it will close out on itself. And like for me personally, 14 o'clock market time is 4 a.m. my time because I'm in Cali time, so it's Pacific Standard. 14 o'clock is 4 a.m. I usually wake up around like 4:30 or so, and by the time I wake up, most of those trades are already closed, or like I'll close out manually and there's not new trades going on. So for the most part, these 2 hours have been pretty good. And you can do like 1:30 or 14, like 13:30, but I found 2 and 14 o'clock have been pretty decent. And I've been back testing that as well. Just doing 2 and 14 o'clock. Can you use it on indices? Yes. So we have a US 30 10K file. That 10K file, you can multiply by 10 for the fixed lot and max lot to use it on 100K or 200K, and just it's all about just doing math, customizing it. It's nothing super hard. Like right now, I have like, I would say over 20 accounts that are running, and all these 20 accounts, I'm not having to really do anything. It's just running on its own, which is pretty nice. So my 20K account, I'm doing well with gold. I'm gonna answer a few questions and I'm gonna have to leave here pretty soon. I'm actually gonna be packing today for Dubai, and then I still don't even have my stuff in place. My 20K challenge. Oh, I'm actually tomorrow I got this not to brag or anything, but a nice watch coming in. Just something spontaneous to kind of celebrate for the wins. My 20K challenge doing well with gold, only average 180 daily, but I was thinking about adding 1 and 2 pairs with it. All right, so if you're going to add multiple pairs, make sure that you think about like what you're doing when you're adding the different pairs. So for example, like as an example, so this one's using for live, so there's no like max drawdown. But when you're using it on a prop firm, the max drawdown is going to be 5%. So usually you'd set it at 4%. And so for Euro USD, you would set the max drawdown at 1%. If you're running 4 different pairs, this one would be 1%, this one 1%, this one 1%, and then USD CAD 1%. And the reason why you do that is because you're kind of, just in case if all of them go bad, that's a max drawdown that you can take. So you want to lower the risk on each of them and then run it that way. So I would say around 2 would be good. When you're doing 4, that's, the lot size is going to be super short. And for gold, like, depends on the account size that you have, but 0.01 is going to be the lowest that you can do. So yeah, will these files be released? I'm going back. For the 150 to 200, are you trading Asian and London? No, it's 24 hours. So I just keep it running all the time. Except obviously for like high impact news, like if there's NFP or, FOMC or CPI news, and I just make sure to watch out for them and try to close out early. Let's just close out on some profits. Interesting. Are you closing your EA before news? I just answered that question. Don't you have to follow the rules of the evaluation phase when you get funded? Don't you have to follow the rules of the eval? I'm not really understanding this question, but yes, so you do have to follow rules for evaluation or once you get funded. So it's basically the same thing as when you're funded. The only thing is now you don't have like a target to hit. So usually at that point, you just keep it at low risk, do the same exact thing that you're doing, hit 3 to 5% consistently, have lower risk, and you should be fine. One thing that you can also do once you're funded, let's say if it's for a 100K account, run a 50K setting. So instead of doing the 100K, now you're running a 50K setting, and set the max lot or max equity loss to 2% instead of 4%. Keep it at 2%, and it's basically the same thing, but instead of taking that bigger 4% loss, now you're doing it on the 50K account, and you're just doing less risk if you want to do it that way. But you can run it the same way. You just, if there's like multiple days, so for example, last week was pretty tough for gold. There was some like crazy movements on gold during Asian session that was unexpected. But sometimes, I haven't really experienced it where it's like back to back consistently like that. Last week, out of the 5 days, there was about 2 of the days that were pretty bad. So just keep that in mind. Lower the risk, lower the martingale lot size to 1.157 instead of 1.357, and you should be good. In phase 2, do I still have the same rules as far as trading days? Yeah, same amount of days, same minimum, same. The only difference should be just the max target. Instead of 8% or 10%, it's 5%. How's the 300K challenge you started going? So that one is, I believe, at like 1% gain right now. Let's see. It's this one right here. Almost at the 1% gain. So this one did take a loss last week. Actually just started this one last week. It took a loss last week and then recovered from the loss. So, just to think about it, if it doesn't take a loss, it should have been over like 5% right now. But, sometimes market happens. That's why you just go back at it again and again. At the moment, I am at 100% win rate. I have not blown out an account. blowing an account. So blowing an account technically means to zero. So if you're referring to prop firms, like hitting the 5% equity range, I have not hit. And I have not lost any of my personal prop firm accounts. Have you blown Darnell facts? Yeah, 100%. So yeah, Darnell's right. Better than leaving it in a bank account. The thing with investing though is don't just jump in and think that you're going to be good at using the software. It does take some time. So, some of you that are in here, like I see a couple names that they've been in here for like over a month. You know that there's like some trial and error and maybe some things that you could have prevented. And it's all because you're new to this. So for example, like some of the settings, they don't have equity stop set to true. And if you're using that for prop firms, then you can pass that 5% drawdown. So you have to make sure that that's set to true in order for it to work. How to get the news box and other. You have to have a big screen to not have it overlap. So if you have this on like a small screen, then it's going to overlap. What is the remove comments versus the comments? So remove comments is meant for running live prop firms. Excuse me. And yeah, so the remove comments doesn't have like the branded www.automarketmasters.com on it, and it's specially coded where it's hard for the prop firms to track. The only thing that you have to change is going to be the magic numbers. So when you go into the remove comments version, by the way, so there's a fee for that, for getting the remove comments. Nothing like major. It's just a one-time fee to have it, but only if you're going to be going live. I suggest getting that version. But so what I was talking about with magic numbers is these right here. So you want to have this custom to something unique. So for example, like this one, I actually have it set to the last couple numbers of this prop firm account. So 19005, 198005. I'll do that as magic number A, and then magic number B is 500891. It's basically this backwards, and it makes it unique. Most likely there's not anyone else using that same magic number. Now, if everyone's using the same magic number, they're going to be able to track that this is coming from let's say a community type thing, or lots of people have this software. So if you want it to not be detected, then change the magic number. Marlo, you failed 3 or 4 challenges. See, so if you fail those challenges live, then I would have suggested testing it out on demo account before hopping into paying for prop firms. But now that you have that 200K, Marlo, from the profits, you should be able to pay off for the losses plus additional month after month. But yeah, that's good. So it's better to learn from your failures and then continue moving forward than failing one time, and what most people do is they give up. There's been multiple times throughout like my trading career that I was thinking possibly giving up. And so one thing with trading is there's a lot of psychology to it. You got to continue pushing forward. It's not easy. For me, I would say like the easiest, like for me, trading is fun. That's why I would say like I continued in this journey, is because it's a fun industry for me. I like looking at charts. I like analyzing, doing things manually. But then once I started making good money, I wanted to more like have that retirement lifestyle, more like go travel whenever I want. And yes, I can do that with manual trading, but automation is definitely the way where you don't have to wake up early in the morning to do manual trading, Right now I do some manual trading, but mainly the auto trade is what I've been focused on right now. Just keeping something on the side, making consistent income monthly, and you're set. And I would say like retirement amount of money, you would have to have around 500,000 plus inside of a trading account to really, enjoy the benefits of this software on a live account, and you want to like completely retire. It's possible with small account, but it's going to be a bit higher risk. Like how I showed on that one live account, it was at 25% max drawdown at 2,500 when I started it. That one, I would not want to risk that much on a bigger account. So definitely for bigger accounts, you want to keep like risk at 1% or even lower. Prop firms allow 5%. My personal trading, I don't allow more than 1% on my live funds, and unless it's like play money. Not many folks can say they earn $100 a day without lifting a finger. This is 100%. Yeah, that is true. People are slaving at a job 8 hours a day to earn like maybe $100 to like $200 a day. Back 7 years ago when I was working a job, I was getting, I want to say around $150 a day, working from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it was just horrible. I was a commercial dishwasher technician. It's pretty funny, but the name of the company was called Autoclor. One of their competitors is, forgot the name of the competitor actually. But so Autoclor was that company that I was working for, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. getting paid $150 a day. So it's insane. When you left your job, which year? It was, I want to say 2021. No, I was 21 when I quit my job. Shoot, I'm throwing a blank right here. But yeah, 7 years ago. So 2023. 16. So 2016. My math was so wrong. I said 2021. That was 2 years ago. How did you turn a small deposit into a big one? You guys want to know the game plan? I'll give you guys a game plan right now. I'm earning that now, working a 9 to 5. Quit your job. Stop being trapped in that job. Well, actually, it depends on your liabilities that you have in your life. Don't quit if you have like kids and people relying on you, a bunch of people dependent on you. So don't quit if you have lots of liabilities, but quit if you're young for sure. So I was 21. I didn't have much. I had an apartment. I had, car payments. I had insurance and all that. I would suggest those as like kind of small little liabilities. But if you have kids, like I had a dog at the time, so that's considered a liability because I have to, make money to feed the dog. But yeah, I would suggest if you're young, quit your job, work on skill sets that are going to make you money, work on investing, work on businesses, work on other things. I run 7 different companies, and trading to me is my hobby, and I enjoy it. It was my main thing that got me to where I'm at now. And to give you the whole game plan, so I have like a money system. I actually learned this from, let me show you right here. And for those that have been following me for a while, I've been mentioning this for a while in like some of my webinars and stuff. So Cash Flow Quadrant, this one's by Robert Kiyosaki. This was one of the first books that I learned to get more financially literate, to understand how to be able to produce more money. And my main mission when I quit my job was, how can I make money without having to spend so much time, have more financial freedom, time freedom. At the time, I had my girlfriend, which I wanted to spend more time with her, enjoy life, travel. And so that was like my main game plan. And so with so this was one of the books or one of the concepts that I had to learn early on, which you could see right here, like employee, most people, 80 to 90, no, 90 to 95% of the world's population are employee or self-employed. They trade time for money. And then business owners, they have a system in place, so people to make money, or a system. And then investing, so everyone in here, money to make more money. So all of these require skills. It's just a matter of how, it's just a matter of learning those skills and getting good at it. So for me, I was mainly focused on the right side, which is less than 5% of the population is on the right side. And it's people that have most of the money. So that's how you can make a lot of money, is by being on the right side. There's people on the left side, employed and self-employed, that can make decent money, but if you want that time freedom, financial freedom, stick to the right side. And so for me, I started learning stocks, I started learning Forex, crypto, all that stuff early on. So that was like my gateway. And then I was thinking, okay, how can I get more money? Because I knew how to be able to flip my money to make more money. And so I was coming up with ideas, and then that's when I started getting into actually some affiliate marketing stuff. So I did some self-employed to generate some more cash into my investment. Then I started branching off into being more business owner, to be able to get more cash, then fund my investments, and then my investments to make more money, to fund it back into business and then make more money. And it's just a whole system, but you can make the most being on the right side. So some people know this, some people don't. For those that don't, now you know. It's worse when you know there's a way out of 9 to 5 and you still have to clock in. 100%. So that's actually when I was clocking in during that time at that job, the last job, I already had seen some other people's lifestyle and what was possible out there. And so that's what was kind of my motivation factor, was being influenced by other people. So, who you surround yourself with. And so from there, that's kind of like what made my mindset get out of it. So for me personally, the reason why I do this is because I know a lot of you out there are stuck and you're looking for some way to get out of it. Some people already got out of it, and that it is referred to lately by the Matrix. And so a lot of people are stuck in it, and now you just got to break free. Go away from the sheep. Be that black sheep is a term. All right, Marlo, take it easy. We're about to get off here. Got my notepad out. Best 80%, 20%. That's yeah. I was about to say, like, that's my game plan, but Yasin is because I mentored you, so that's how you know. Yeah, so 80% reinvest back into yourself, into investments. And the biggest investment, one of my slogans, biggest investment you will make is on yourself. So always continuously work on yourself, your own skill set. I don't even want to work for my damn self. Yeah. Now you gotta grind. It's not just doing nothing, right? You gotta grind. You gotta make things happen. And yeah. How do you manage your tax? That's what tax people are for. That's what they go to school for. So I hired tax people to manage it for me. Could you please suggest something on it? Free top G, that's funny. All right, you guys, thank you all for joining in. Hope you all got some value from this training, and have yourselves a blessed weekend. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna be taking off to Dubai on Sunday, so I won't be available that much Sunday, Monday, doing that whole time conversion thing. But once I get there, I'll be more available. So if you do have messages, just message the support on the website, and that's pretty much that. Thank you all. Have a good night. Appreciate you all. And let's just make some fucking money. See ya.